All right, watch me wash a house in one video. Ready? I've actually already sprayed what we can reach from this end of the house, but I'll show you just so you can see it. All we're doing right now is applying cleaning solution to the house. This method is called downstreaming. So we're using the pressure washer. It has a little injector called a downstream injector. Sucks solution into the hose. Obviously, as you can see, I'm like 10 feet from the house. Just throwing solution on it. Not using any pressure, obviously. This house is empty. It's a rental house for a property management company that we do a lot of work for. They're not really too concerned with it being perfect, but which would explain why I'm not doing like these steps right here. Okay, we got hooked on something. Just, you know, the bane of a pressure washing person's existence is these hoses getting stuck on absolutely everything. And we're also going to do this all one-handed since I've got this video going. I guess I should buy a GoPro if I'm going to do these things. So this house right here, since it is empty, what I've actually done is I've actually turned off the electricity to the house so that we don't have to worry about any electrical outlets or any issues whatsoever on that part. So this box right here, I've got it turned off so that we're not worried about all that. Now, since this is for a property manager and all that, and there's no furniture in here, we usually don't go inside screened in porches because you usually have to worry about furniture and all kinds of stuff. But with these people, we're clearly not worried about that. This is just a nasty house way out in freaking nowhere, Mableville. And we usually don't drive this far out for a house this size, but because of the customer who it's for, obviously we're gonna go wherever they want us to go. What we're gonna do is make sure, so it's okay to get for these things to get wet, these wires and stuff, but we don't want to spray them directly, clearly. So just kind of fan around it right here, make sure we don't directly hit that, whatever that top piece is called. Don't ask me, I'm not an electrician. Go around the box, just like that, like that, boom, 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 you know, and keep on going. So for right now, put that solution on there. It's got to have time to soak, do its job. So you're not going to see really much change right now, but you'll see change when we come back around, because then it will have had several minutes for the cleaning solution to do its job. Trying to go ahead and pull the slack around to the end right here. And then now we're at the end of the house where we started. As you can see, I was over here spraying toward this way, and you can see the green that's still remaining where the solution ran down. But if you come over here and look, you see how clean it is. The solution did its job completely. But since we did spray from one angle, we're going to spray from the opposite angle just to make sure that we got all of this. The opposite angle of these windows to make sure we got that. And sometimes you gotta crouch down real quick just to make sure you get that really thick built up of gunk underneath the lips, you know. But as you can see there, we sprayed that. Now we're gonna get this front done. And we're also gonna swap hands, because holding that gun trigger down this whole time with one hand does not feel the greatest. Alright. The same thing still, just we're about, I don't know, 7, 8 feet away from the surface of the house right there. All the way down the top. Now working our way back. You know, and we don't need to flood the surface. We just need to kind of just make sure it's evenly coated, you know. As you can see, we're spraying these windows too, you know. Alrighty, and that's the whole house sprayed with cleaning solution. It's been about almost 8 minutes, and that's with me taking longer trying to do this phone thing. Let's make sure I get that lip right there. You can see almost like I mixed it a little bit. As you can see, within just that minute or two, we walked down the front. Oh, there's a wasp. Let's back up. As you can see, in a minute or two, we walk down the front right there. That's this end right here is already clean, completely clean. Since I'm right here, you can see this. We're gonna hit this bottom lip right here again. Just make sure it gets good and soaked. Alrighty, this end is perfect. Now we're gonna go, since we're doing this all at once, we're gonna go back all the way right back around the beginning. I'm just giving this bottom couple feet an extra coat. We got a slightly different kind of siding. Alrighty. And with how thick this is, it was always gonna need a slight second coat. Alright, that right there will be clean by the time we get back. As you can see, all this green is starting to pop off. Maybe a little extra coat. Here. Go around the boxes. One more time. All right, and boom, crispy clean. This back of the house, I'm gonna go ahead and spray the bottom just one more time, a little bit, just to kind of make sure, well, not just the bottom, but I'm gonna spray this down one more time just to make sure. That right there, a little bit more right there. Doesn't really need it, but I'm doing it just because I can. This right here a little bit, and you've got that red mold right there starting to pop up. It usually does take an extra coat or two. Right there, right there. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's throw a little bit more right there. And then, like I said, when you have these things right here, this also looks like a metal piece of trim underneath the vinyl. A lot of times is so nasty, like this one right here, that for us to get that clean, it would almost damage it. So they'll probably end up painting it or replacing it anyways. So not usually too concerned with something like that, but I will give it extra coats just to help as much as I can, you know. But when the mold's that thick, the downstreaming percentage doesn't usually do it. Alrighty, I'm gonna throw a little bit more right there. And alrighty. Now what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna take you back to the truck. We're gonna leave the hose right there. Take you back to the truck, and we're gonna swap this from cleaning solution to water, because the way I usually swap from chemical to water isn't working right now. So this is the manual way. So I got a little injector right here. That's sucking chemical from the chemical tank. But we're gonna swap it. Take it out of the chemical, drop it in the water. That way we can turn off the chemical. Now it'll just be sucking water. Now, since we were sucking chemical, we've still got we're only on a 100-foot hose right now. So we've got about 10 seconds maybe, if that, of chemical still in this hose. So what I like to do is when I come back around, I like to just check and see if there's anything still remaining that needs a slight touch. The only thing that's gonna need that slight touch is that right there. So we'll throw a little bit on that. We'll throw a little bit in there, a little bit in there, a little bit over there, just to kind of give it a little bit. Then we can easily just come over here, aim at something you can see, and you'll see it goes from being soapy to just water, just like that. And now it's time to spray and rinse this house off. There's no more soap left in the hose, so let's get going. We'll spray what we can right here, and then we'll of course do the rest from the other end, from the other angle. And that was almost right at 14 minutes to spray this house with cleaning solution. And obviously it includes me taking longer because I'm holding the phone and doing all this. But 14 minutes to spray this house with cleaning solution. It usually takes a little bit longer to do the rinse part because you've got to make sure every single cobweb, every single fleck of dirt, every single thing comes off. You know, you're not just getting it wet, now you're actually getting all this junk off. So this process usually takes that much or longer. So I'm gonna cut it right there. But as you can see, this is all coming completely clean. We're using no pressure at all whatsoever. Just spraying some solution on it and letting it do the trick. And if you actually managed to watch to the end of this video, 15 minutes, I want you to comment. Let's say, comment the word comment if you made it to the end of this video. because I know almost nobody's going to watch the whole 15-minute video. But anyway, that's how you wash a house the professional way. If you need somebody to wash your house, you call me, Blake Prince, with Royal House Wash. 501-804-9857. Y'all have a blessed day.